It's time for Greenbrier Gators baseball on the Lighthouse. Coach Nichols and the mighty Gators have the arms, bats, legs, and hearts to be champions. WPMH is the exclusive radio home of Gators baseball, which also streams on the John Fredericks Show app. Let's head to the Diamond and join the play-by-play voices of the Gators, John Fredericks and Mark Ragsdale. Exclusive coverage of Greenbrier Christian Academy Gator Baseball is now live on the Lighthouse. WPMH, AM 1010 and 100.1 FM. Play ball, y'all!
All right, it's great to have everybody with you tonight. You're on the John Fredericks Radio Network. I want to welcome our listeners in Richmond, WJFN, 100.5 FM. Thanks for being with us. WPMH, AM 1010, 100.1 FM in Hampton Roads. And this is the semifinal TCIS playoff game. We're in Chesapeake, in Gatorland at Lavelle Field, where the red-hot Greenbrier Christian Gators going for a TCIS championship before they get into the States next week in a conference game. They're 21-6 on the season, 7-1 in the conference. They'll be taking on a very talented Walsingham Trojan team that has hit 18 homers this season. So they're going to try to match GCA homer for homer, bat for bat. These are two probably of the most powerful offenses that you're really going to find in TCIS. Semifinal game tonight. Winner take all, lose go home. Winner goes on. They'll play the TCIS championship game on Friday night. We'll be there live, and that'll be at William and Mary Baseball Field in Williamsburg, Virginia. Not sure the game time, but whenever it is, we'll have that championship game there, provided the Gators are in it, because I'm John Fredericks and I am the voice of the GCA Gators. Great to have you. It's going to be a great game tonight, and want to welcome all of our listeners. High school baseball can't get any better than this. Beautiful night in Chesapeake. Winner take all game. Whoever wins this is getting to the finals. First game played in these two teams at Walsingham. And it was a 3-2 lead for Walsingham going to the top of the sixth. And for the coach, the 10-year coach of Walsingham Trojans, Ian Heisel, he said, well, the Gators had what he calls a Greenbrier inning where they pounded out 11 runs on their bullpen, racked it, and winning the game going away. But it was 3-2 going to the top of the sixth at Walsingham. They're a very tough team at home this season. Not so much on the road. We're going to see how they do here at GCA. Joining us now, before we get started, though, is Connor Clark. He's a sophomore at Christopher Newport University with the Captains, and where they're going to be playing for the championship in a couple of days. That's D3 baseball. Connor Clark, a alum of Greenbrier Christian, now at CNU in Newport News, and he led the nation in stolen bases for a time. Now he's in the top 5. He's got a great career ahead of him, and he played right here in Gatorland for GCA for some time. He's got a brother, Parker, sophomore, who's on the team. He's been out this season, had Tommy John surgery, and the Gators and Coach Pat Nichols look for him to get back strong in 2020, along with all the other arms the Gators have coming up. So they're going to get back to big arm strength again next season. Hey, Connor Clark, great to have you with us, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, Connor, tell me about the CNU Captains. They're you guys are playing for the what championship are you playing for? What's your conference?
We're playing for the Capital Athletic Conference Championship. It's a pretty tough conference. We have multiple ranked teams in the conference nationally. This weekend we'll be taking on a tough team from Pennsylvania, and our team's looking good this year. We're 31-6 right now, I believe, is our record, and we're excited to compete with the conference championship. It's something we've wanted to do for a long time now. We've been preparing for, so I think we're ready.
All right, CNU Captains playing for the conference championship. Now, Connor, tell me a little about yourself and your experience at CNU baseball coming out of Greenbrier Christian University.
Yeah, actually, I went to Greenbrier for 13 years. I started in kindergarten and always wanted to be a Gator baseball player. And when 6th grade came around, I got on the middle school team, loved it, and always wanted to be a member of the varsity team. And ultimately, I played on the varsity team freshman through senior year and won 2 state championships. It's pretty awesome to be a part of, for sure.
Now to be a top 5 leader in stolen bases, in your conference. So that just says you have to be on base a lot. You can't steal a base if you're not on base. What was your batting average?
I believe my batting average is somewhere around 350 right now, if I had to guess.
Well, you're being shy. It's actually 358. We looked it up. So you get on base a lot. You've got speed. What do you look for in your what position do you play?
I played left field. I played center field at GCA and left field as well. This year we have a really good senior in center field, so they have me in left, and maybe in the future I'll move over to center.
Well, I'm excited for you, Connor. I really am, and you're gonna have a good game. And you getting any looks from any of the any of the MLB teams? You think you might have a shot in the draft?
I don't know if I'll get a chance for a major league team. That's definitely something that'd be cool. But
well, you're only a sophomore.
Only a sophomore, but you never know.
You got plenty of time.
You never know.
You're gonna grow more and get better. And look. You never know, right? I mean, the best story in history right now, one of the best ball players, Jose Altuve, had to come back second time disguised as somebody else in order to make the tryout. So you never really know. But, Connor, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
thanks for all you do. And go Gators, and good luck this weekend.
I appreciate you having me on. I enjoyed it. Thank you.
All right, Connor Clark with CNU. We got the national anthem coming up.
Father, we thank you for this evening. We thank you for safety and bringing Walsingham here. We thank you for the beautiful weather that you've given to us. We pray that each team would play to the best of their abilities. Would you watch over each player or protect them from injury? Be with our coaches tonight. Be with our umpires as they call this game. And we just pray that you give us a great time together. In your name we pray.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, we're back in Gatorland. Big semifinal game. Winner goes on to William and Mary to play for the TCIS championship on Friday night. Loser, well, they get ready for the States next week, but they're going to be done with this conference. So winner go home after the win yesterday. The Gators 21-6 on the season, still 7-1, of course, in the conference. And the Walsingham Trojans, they had a good season, 20-7. They're 5-3. Both schools threw their aces on Tuesday night. They had to win that game. And a big game, big win for the Trojans last night at home, beating Nansemond Suffolk 11-4. That was a blowout. And but they had to use their best pitcher last night to win that game. He's not going to be available today. We understand doubtful also for Friday, but you never know. Could come back Friday, threw about 70 pitches. Now for the Gators, Jake Tienski, their ace, he had a brilliant game on Tuesday to win that, but he threw 97 pitches. He's done for the tournament. You're not going to see him till the States next week. So Pat Nichols, third-year coach, Greenbrier Christian, going with a sophomore, James McGrady. Going with a sophomore, James McGrady, J-Mac, the right-hander, sophomore, and didn't get a lot of action until the Gators went to Myrtle Beach in April. Was not really part of the starting Tation had a couple 3 appearances, inning here and there. Pitched a 7-inning shutout in Myrtle Beach, and came back with another win. He's 2-0 on the season, and we're about to get ready here for the first pitch.
Out to bat at the top of the first inning for the Trojans, shortstop number 1, Tanner Schobel.
And that's going to bring up their shortstop, Tanner Schobel. He's one of the best hitters on the team. He's a junior, and he's a D1 commit to Virginia Tech. He plays shortstop for 10th-year coach, Coach Ian Heisel, for the Walsingham Trojans. McGrady's first pitch, and that is fly to right field. Harrell back in the wind, draws a beat, and he's got it. Chris Harrell with the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Good start for J-Mac, the right-hander. And J-Mac's last start, not very auspicious when he got pounded, so hopefully he can recover from that.
Number 25, Zach Stenko.
That's going to bring up number 25, Zach Stenko. He's also a D1 committee. He's going to Longwood. First pitch by McGrady, low, ball 1. So they got 3 commits Walsingham has. Schobel Jr. going to Virginia Tech. Zach Stanko up now. He's the senior. He's going to Longwood. And their first baseman, Christian Carter, is going to University of California in Pennsylvania. Swing and a miss on a curveball by McGrady. It's going to make the count 2-1 to that's going to make the count 2-1 to Stanko. And Stanko playing left field tonight and batting .422 on the season. This team has hit 18 home runs. So even their 7th hitter, Nate Willison, has got 3 homers. 3-1 pitch now by McGrady is outside, and right away we're going to get a base runner. Zach Stanko gets on first base on a walk. You would think tonight that Coach Pat Nichols, in his 3rd year, former catcher in the Washington Nationals organization, played AAA.
The catcher, number 11, Lincoln Lubson.
You would think he's got a short leash tonight. For McGrady, the sophomore, not a lot of action. First ball bounces in there. Fastball gets away, but blocked nicely by Gavin Younts. He's a catcher tonight. Let me set the defense for the Gators. Harrell in right, Augie Younts in center, Josh Stevens. He's in left. A lot of speed in the outfield. Nick Britt, D1 commit, William and Mary at short. Greg Corbett gets the start at second, is what he's being DH'd for. Next pitch is a strike by McGrady, fastball. Across the letters outside black. J.T. Inskeep pitched last night. He's at third. J-Mac, of course, your pitcher. Ethan Ott at first. And grand slam, Gavin Younts behind the plate. Next pitch by McGrady is fouled off, and that's going to put J-Mac ahead in the count. 1-2. Big game for McGrady. A lot of people didn't know who Nichols would start tonight. He's got a couple of freshman left-handers that they were looking at. They went with a sophomore. So McGrady 2-0 on the season for Nichols. And he's got a 2.12 ERA, so he's done well, but he's only had 3 starts. Throw over. And Zach Stanko gets back. He's on first base via a walk. First base runner of the game for Walsingham Trojans. Top 1, no score, 1 out. Stanko first base. 1-2 pitch. Nope, going to throw over to first again. And same result, safe. So McGrady obviously concerned. Obviously concerned with the base runner there. Next pitch, fastball line, base hit, left field. And charged and scooped up very nicely by Josh Stevens. And right off the bat, Walsingham with the meat of their order coming up. They've got runners in first and second, and 1 out. That's going to bring up Cody Christian, another one of the power hitters.
Number 15, Will Lyles. Up to the plate for Walsingham, the third baseman, number 13, Cody Chrisman.
Okay, that's going to bring up Cody Christian. He's playing third base tonight. Wears number 13, another .441 hitter. So this team is stacked. We talk about GCA's bombers. What do we got? 346, 420, 444. Right-handed batter is Cody Christian. Next pitch by McGrady is a strike. Then he fouls that up with a ball, so it's 1-1. And Cody Christian, big fella, wears number 13. 440 on the season. First and second, 1-1 pitch. Gets the strike, fastball on the outside corner, gets the call. So McGrady ahead of another batter. We got 1-2 on Cody Christian. He's a freshman. Freshman hitting 444, not bad. McGrady goes back to second, and close, but no cigar. 1-2 pitch. We've got first and second for the Trojans. Zach Stanko on second base. He walked. Lincoln Lubson, the catcher, he's on first. Not much speed there. He got the base hit to left field. 1-2 pitch. McGrady sets, delivers, and ground ball to shortstop. Nick Britt charges. He's going to go to third. Out. Safe. He must have put his foot off the bag. We'll have to ask our announcer for that. Mr. Clark, it looked like the throw beat him.
I think his foot may have been off.
Foot may have been off the bag, but that's going to go as a fielder's
Now setting up for the
choice.
Trojans, the first baseman, number 35, Kristen Carter.
And that is going to load the bases for Christian Carter. So that is a fielder's choice. Play to third, safe. McGrady's first pitch, low and in the dirt, falls behind Christian Carter, number 35. Falls behind Carter. And Carter hitting 354 on the season. He's a D2 commit to University of California, Pennsylvania. So right top of the order, 10-year coach Ethan Heisel has all 300 and 400 hitters. McGrady in big trouble. How's he going to wiggle out of it? One out. Next pitch, nice pitch, fastball, taken right down the middle by Carter. I don't know what Carter was looking for on that pitch, but that's the best pitch he's going to get with the bases loaded in this at-bat. That evens the count at 1. I mean, that you just can't let that pitch go. McGrady sets, delivers. Curveball high. Falls behind 2-1. Is a very dangerous hitter. Christian Carter for Walsingham. Trouble in the first for the Gators. Ducks on the pond, 1 out. 2-1 pitch coming to Carter. Low, ball 3. So the sophomore J-Mac falling behind Christian Carter, 3-1. Bases are loaded. There's nowhere to put him, and there's 1 out. Big pitch here by McGrady. High curveball, just missed. That call really could have gone either way, and that's going to be a base on balls and an RBI. 2 walks in the inning, a fielder's choice, and right off the bat, 1-0, Walsingham. That's going to bring up their pitcher, freshman Jacob Miller Bopp. Little fella.
Now stepping to the plate for the Trojans, a pitcher number 4, Jacob Miller-Vaugh.
Little fella, Jacob Miller Bopp, and he goes by number 4. He's going to be the pitcher tonight, and he's hitting 333. Ball in the dirt, gets away, but Younce blocks it. Coach Heisel said, he's been here 10 years, former ball player. We'll talk about him in a minute, but Coach Heisel said this team 1-9, they all hit. Next pitch, curveball, outside. Couple of nice curveballs by J-Mac, but they're missing. All right, Nichols has got the third baseman Inskeep in on the edge of the grass. And second and third, Corbett at second. And Nick Britt are at double play depth. Ott is back. They're going to concede the run if the ball's hit the first base. And with a 2-0 count and the bases loaded and already 1 run in, 2-0 kind of Jacob Miller Bopp. We've got action in the bullpen for the Gators. Left-hander freshman Gavin Whitehurst is warming up. There was a debate, I think, internally who would get the start tonight. Basically, any of these McGrady or Whitehurst or Fredericks were all considered for the start today, but he went with a sophomore over the two left-handed freshmen. Two good outings in a row by McGrady, and then his last outing, as I said, not his best day. He got racked. Came out of the game early. Pat Nichols out to the mound, having a chat with him, very earnest. He's going to stick with his sophomore and having what you call the Pat chat, giving him a little encouragement and buying some time for Gavin Whitehurst, freshman left-hander, already action in the bullpen. Top one zip, Walsingham, bases juiced, one out, 2-0 the count on Miller Bopp. McGrady winds and delivers. Ground ball to Britt, to second, Corbett to first. Double play ball. Gators get out of the inning. One pitch, one out, whatever Pat Nichols said to McGrady. It worked. Double play. Pulled off there. Nick Britt to Corbett at second, the odd at first. And without further damage, Gators get out of the inning with just giving up a run. They had the bases loaded, one out, and a 2-0 pitch on Miller Bopp. Nate Wilson on deck. He's got 3 homers and a huge out on a curveball that Miller Bopp bounced to shortstop. Easy double play. Nick Britt to Greg Corbett to Ott, and that's going to do it. Walsingham gets a run, but it could have been a lot worse. Tell you what, that's one of those at-bats where you get a double play in the first inning, bases loaded, where a couple hits there is going to knock McGrady out of the game, and you got a whole different ball game going on. Now it's only 1-0. No big deal for the Gators. Miller Bopp hitting into that double play. 6-4-3. Now you always wonder, Miller Bopp is going to take the mound. You always wonder about this. You always wonder that, okay, so I got the pitcher just hit into a double play. Now he's going out there to pitch. And is he thinking about grounding that curveball into the turf for a tailor-made double play when he's not going to go out there and pitch, right? You always got to think about that. Or anyway, I did when I pitched. Now, when I pitched back in the day, there was no DH. I mean, you just hit. And if I'd pop up or something with guys on, toughest thing is to go back out there and just put that in a box and go focus on your pitching, because you're wondering how you rolled that curveball. That's why a lot of coaches will DH now for their pitcher unless they're a really good hitter, as obviously Miller Bopp is. He's got a 3.6 ERA on the season. He's 5-4. He's had 10 appearances, no saves. So he's had 10 appearances on the season. Miller Bopp has hit a couple batters. Leading off for the Gators.
Now stepping up to the plate for the Gators, the shortstop, number 5, Nick Britt.
All right, it's going to bring up Nick Britt for the Gators. Now we're going the other way. Nick Britt hitting 383 on the season. I'm sorry, I don't want to short you, Nick. 383 on the season. D1 commit, William and Mary, bottom one. First pitch, Miller Bopp, and Nick Britt squares to bunt. Pulls the bat back, fastball inside, ball one. Next pitch, fastball outside, and Nick Britt ahead of the count, 2-1. He's led 3 games off with homers, so we could get another one here tonight, tie this thing with one swing of the bat. Miller Bopp behind Britt, 2-0. Neither pitch so far really close. Big game for the young fella. Freshman. Miller Bopp. Fastball outside, ball 3. I don't have a gun by eye, and I'm pretty good at this stuff. Fastball, 75 max. He's got to spot it, not overpowering. Next pitch, fastball, that's going to get a strike. His first strike, 3-1. Nick Britt taking all the way. Looking to get on base, get that run back. Miller Bopp winds, delivers, and fouled back. We're going to have a payoff pitch. Bottom one, Lavelle Field, Gatorland. 1-0 Trojans. Nick Britt and drives one to right field coming in. Can't. Does he have it? What's the call? Safe. That ball driven out there by Nick Britt to right field, and coming in and laying out for that right fielder, Donnie Evans, the freshman, couldn't get it. That's going to fall in for a base hit for Nick Britt.
Out to bat for the Gators, the center fielder number 23, Austin Younts.
All right, so the Gators got a leadoff runner on. Augie Younts coming up. Plays center field. Augie, the sophomore, has been hitting all season. .312 on the season. And Donnie Evans diving for that ball, and he's shaking up his right shoulder. The trainer for the Gators looking at him. It looks like he's going to come out of the game. He's going to come out of the game, I think. Haven't seen a replacement go in yet, or maybe they just want to look at him. And we've got now the Walsingham trainer looking at him. And that looks, I guess, Mrs. Evans, Donnie Evans coming out, his mom. I'm just guessing that. She could be the trainer for all I know. But it looks kind of mama bearish. Anyway, looks like the young fella hurt his wrist on that dive. He laid out. And he's going to come out of the game. Donnie Evans coming out of the game. And let's see who goes in right field or what they do. We're going to have changes here immediately. So, all right, number 15 going to left field. Who's that? Will? Let's let Mr. Announcer say that. Will?
Substitution in left field, number 15, Will Wiles.
Will Wiles is going to go to left field. Looks like Nate Walsingham stays in center, I believe. And who goes to the left fielder goes to right?
Yeah.
Is that what we have?
Yes.
And who is that?
And
Stanko?
substitution in right field, number 8, Donnie Evans.
No, Donnie Evans came out of the game. Evans is out. Evans got hurt.
I'm gonna go check on him.
Yeah. Evans is out of the game, right?
Correction, movement to right field, number 25, Zach Stanko.
Right. Stanko is in right now. He was in left. Stanko is in right. Donnie Evans is out of the game. Will Wells is in at left field. And Donnie Evans was hitting ninth. So we're going to assume that Will Wiles is going to come in for him, but we don't know for sure. They already have a DH in the game. And Will Wiles going to left field. Zach Stanko going to right field. All right, I think we got it. Mr. Announcer, Mr. Clark, helping us out here. So Nick Britt at first base, no outs, and that's going to bring up Augie Younts, center fielder. Miller Bopp pitches low, bounces in the dirt. Nick Britt, a lot of speed in the bases. He's not going to be standing around for long. Augie Younts 312 on the season. Now we've got the ump going out to talk to the pitcher. Exactly what that was about, I have no idea. All right, Bopp falls behind Younts 1-0. He fell behind Nick Britt 2-0, 3-0 actually. And Britt with a single. He's on first base. Lots of speed. He's a danger to steal. Nick Britt, nice lead, and next pitch fastball popped up. First baseman Carter looks, but it's going to go over the fence and out of play behind the bullpen. 1-0 Trojans. They're 21-6 on the season. And they can hit. Miller Bopp, next pitch, fastball. Just misses outside corner. Nice pitch there by Miller Bopp. He's got to spot this fastball. And looks like the young fella, the freshman, Donnie Evans, has got a broken wrist. Fly ball, left field, going back. Will Wise going back, draws a beat. He's got it. And that's going to be the first out. Will Wiles just getting in there.
Now stepping to the place, the third baseman, number 21, J.T. Inskeep.
That's going to bring up J.T. Inskeep. So we have the report on the young fellow, the freshman, Donnie Evans, and he has a broken wrist. Broken or dislocated wrist. So for your Donnie Evans fans out there, we'll keep you posted if we get more information. But he's out of this game, out of the tournament, and out most likely for the season with that injury. Got it on the dive on Nick Britt's blooper to right field. J.T. Inskeep, 440 hitter. Miller Bopp pitch. There goes Nick Britt throw. Got him. No, ball gets away. Ball gets away. They had him by a foot. And ball going with the right-handed pitcher up. Ball going to number 9, the second baseman, Sam Valita, and he just dropped it. Nick Britt was out by at least a foot and a half. Dead to rights. But we're going to rule that a stolen base. Ground ball, Inskeep, fielded by shortstop Schobel to third. Nice play, and they're going to get Nick Britt going to third. Nick Britt running on the play. A very nice play at shortstop there by D1 commit Tanner Schobel. Nick Britt trying to get to third from second, and they had him dead to rights. Tag put on by third baseman Cody Chrisman.
Now stepping up for the Gators, the first baseman, number 24, Ethan Ott.
It's going to bring up Ethan Ott, moonshot. Ott, 8 homers on the season, hitting just under 500. Ethan Ott, 45 on the season, got 8 homers. Not a good night last night, though. He got terribly exposed by the curveball last night. He struck out 3 times, never came close to one curveball. If they've got his scouting on him, that's what you're going to see here again by Miller Bopp tonight to Ott. Tough night for Ott last night with the 3 strikeouts, all on breaking pitches. Miller Bopp, 1-1 count, sets, fastball, low. Just when I said he wouldn't get one, he's throwing him two in a row. Maybe they didn't get the scouting. One never knows in high school baseball. Miller Bopp falls behind, moonshot out. Next pitch, fastball, lifted, right field, going back, Zach Stenko, under it, just ahead of the track, and that's going to be the third out. And Miller Bopp gets out of the inning, giving up the leadoff single to Nick Britt, and that's it. We're through one here in Gatorland at Lavelle Field in your semifinal TCIS game. Winner moves on to William & Mary. Championship Friday night. Loser, well, they go home. This is John Fredericks. Thanks for joining us.
And in the first inning is Trojans 1 and Gators 0.
We're through 1. 1-0, Walsingham. This is going to be a big inning coming up here for McGrady. Big inning. He escaped the first with a key double play with 2 outs. He had the bases loaded. 1 run was already in on a walk. He had the bases loaded. He was 2-0 to Miller Bopp. Coach Pat Nichols went out to talk to him, former catcher, Nationals organization, played AAA, went to spring training twice with the Nationals before hanging him up. And whatever Nichols said worked. Next pitch, Miller Bopp bounced into a 6-4-3 double play, ending the inning, keeping McGrady in the game. Let's see how he responds now.
Now stepping up to the plate at the top of the second inning for the Trojans is center fielder number 12, Nate Wildison.
That's going to bring up Nate Wildison. This could be one of those I don't know what you call it, but one of those double plays that really changes the game. Wildison skies at center field right to Augie Ounce, 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out, same as the first inning. And that's going to bring up Trey Christman. He is
For the Trojans, the designated hitter number 3, Trey Christman.
He's their DH. And Christman is a senior, right? He's a senior, and he's hitting 273 on the season. Hitting 7th tonight, but he's got 3 home runs. Where's number 3? Walsingham 1, GCA zip. Top 2. McGrady delivers curveball, nice pitch, strike call, and gets ahead 1-2. Nice inning here for J-Mac is really going to set the tone of this game. McGrady, curveball low. Count evens at 2. Looks like J-Mac has settled down for Nichols and the Gators. 1 out, 2-2 pitch coming up here to D.H. Chrisman. McGrady delivers. Swung on a miss, strike 3. On a changeup. Nice change by J-Mac. And Chrisman goes down swinging and very quickly, 2 outs, nobody on. That's going to bring up Will Wiles, just got in the game.
Now stepping up for the Trojans, the right fielder number 15, Will Wiles.
And Wiles hitting .203 on the season. And lines one, third base, Inskeep can't get it. It's going to go down the line. Could be 2. Wiles going in the second. He's going to be there with a double. So Will Wiles just got in the game, .203 hitter, and doubles down the left field line under the glove of JT Inskeep. Ball fair by about 2 feet. And a 2-out double for Wiles is going to bring up Tanner Schobel.
Now stepping up for the Trojans, the shortstop number 1, Tanner Schobel.
Tanner Schobel flying out to right field his last time up. He's their D1 commit. He's going to Virginia Tech. He's a junior, their best hitter. First pitch, ball 1 by McGrady. (1-0). Wiles on second base. And that is hit to the outfield, center field. Augie Younts, can of corn. He's there, third out. As Schobel skies to center, skied to right, skied to center, and that's going to do it. In the top of the second, that is going to do it for Walsingham. We're through 1.5 here in Gatorland at Lavelle Field in Chesapeake. Semifinal game. Gators coming up in the bottom of the second. They trail 1-0.
We'd like to recognize one of the proud sponsors of Greenbrier Gators Baseball, Providence Computers. Providence Computers, your local computer store, is located within 2 blocks of Greenbrier Christian Academy at 473 Kempsville Road in Chesapeake. They work closely with parents and students to meet their computer needs and requests. Providence Computers. Make sure you stop by and give them an opportunity to earn your business. Now stepping up to the plate at the bottom of the second inning for the Gators, number 18, designated hitter Rylan Brown.
It's going to bring up downtown Rylan Brown, 383 in the season. First pitch by Millerot, inside fastball. Brown goes for it. Ball almost hit him in the head, fouls it off the handle. Right side, strike 1. That was a ball all the way. Downtown a little anxious on that. Miller Bop delivers, fastball way outside. It's going to even the count at 1 to downtown Rylan Brown. 328 hitter, GCA. Miller Bop, high outside. And Rylan Brown gets ahead of the count, 2-1. Rylan Brown yet has to see anything in these 3 pitches except fastballs from Miller Bop, and it's about 75. Next pitch, fastball fouled right, straight back. So not overpowering, but spotting his fastball, not getting anything in the middle of the plate, not getting it in the zone. He's actually thrown 4 balls to Brown so far. 2 balls swung at, fouled off, 2-2 pitch. Miller Bop, curveball, Ground ball, shortstop, Schobel, and booted by Schobel, and goes into center field, picked up by Nate Willisham. And that's going to go as an error on the D1 commit to Virginia Tech, Tanner Schobel, routine, ground ball, shortstop. He boots it, and it goes into center field, and that's going to go E6.
Now stepping up to the plate for the Gators, at catcher number 8, Gavin Youts.
So the speedy and dangerous Ryland Brown on first base. Grand slam, Gavin Youts up. First pitch bounces in the dirt. Blocked nicely there by catcher Lincoln Lubson. Lubson, a big fella. Lubson, a big fella. He is what is he? I can't read my own writing. Looks like a senior, but for you Walsingham fans, I have no earthly idea. I'll check that in a minute. 1-0 pitch, Miller Bob to grand slam. Gavin Youts gets the outside corner. Strike one. And the catcher is we're trying to find him. Sophomore. There we go. Sorry, Walsingham listeners. Sophomore. All right, Miller Bob. 1-1 to grand slam Gavin Youts. Throw over to first. Worried about the speedy Ryland Brown. Ryland Brown plays basketball for GCA. And missed almost the whole season. Second game of the season, got mad, punched the wall, broke his wrist. Fly ball, right field, calling for it. Stanko pulls it in, 1 out. I'm not making this up. I don't know what got Ryland Brown mad. He missed a layup or something, punched the wall. And, of course, Coach Rodney Harmon said, son, when you punch a cement wall, it's just not good things don't happen.
Now
Broke his wrist. He was out for the season.
Pitcher number 3, James McGrady.
That's going to bring up J-Mac. The wall usually wins. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom from Reese Nobles here at Rivals.com. The wall won that battle, but it hasn't affected Ryland Brown's batting this season. All right, that's going to bring up J-Mac. He's the pitcher. Maybe he'll help himself out here. And J-Mac hitting .318 on the season. Miller Bopp falls behind him 1-0. Very concerned at first base with Ryland Brown there. And J-Mac, part of the Irish gang here at GCA. And also annoying Red Sox fan. The whole family, Red Sox fan and Patriots fans. Next pitch fouled off. So I got to deal with emails from his father. I think I'll block him. Can you block his emails so I don't have to deal with the Red Sox? I hate the Red Sox. I'm an Astros fan. I hate everybody, but especially I hate the Red Sox more than anybody else. There are a bunch of Red Sox fans from Connecticut or whatever. All right. 1-1 pitch by Miller Bopp. High. Fastball. 2-1. Miller Bopp, right-hander freshman. He's been steady. 5-4 in the season. He's been up and down. Got some potential. Little fella. Curveball, line foul. That's going to even the count 1-1. He's got a nice curveball when he gets it over. Spots his fastball, not overpowering. Got a little movement on it. But yet really to throw one in the zone. So living on the black. Living on the edge, as they say, Miller Bopp is. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. In and out of the glove of Lincoln Lubson, the catcher. Sophomore catcher, which we have ascertained by our announcer, Mr. Clark, who bails me out at least 5 times a game. All right, Miller Bopp, 2-2 to McGrady. Ryland Brown out first one out. Curveball, and sky to right, running hard is Zach Stanko running hard, runs out of real estate. Ball's going to just drop outside the fence in right field. Zach Stanko out there has got some speed. Couldn't quite catch up with it. Good at bat here by McGrady. Another 2-2 pitch coming. 1 out, 1-0. Walsingham, bottom second. Ryland Brown at first. Brown gets his lead. 2-2 pitch to J-Mac. In the dirt, ball 3. Quick throw to first, not in time. Nice little spot throw there by Lincoln Lubson. But not good enough. And that is going to, that ball's in the dirt, right? So it's 3-2, right? 3-2. It's going to be a payoff pitch. See if Nichols sends Ryland Brown. Let's see what happens. Miller Bop delivers, and there goes Ryan Brown, lined to third, and going to be go over the first. Really nice play by third baseman Cody Chrisman. Got it on a short hop. The Gators stay out of the double play. Pat Nichols sending Ryland Brown in the 3-2 pitch, and that's going to go 5-3. Ball hit hard by McGrady. 2 outs.
Now stepping to the plate for the Gators, the left fielder number 7, Josh Stevens.
And that's going to bring up left-handed hitting senior Josh Stevens, commit CNU. We just had a CNU player on, Connor Clark. Josh Stevens going there next year. First pitch, Miller Bop inside, ball 1, fastball low. Stevens hitting .308 in the season for Pat Nichols. Senior left fielder. Miller Bop behind 1-0. Next pitch, swung on a missed curveball. Now Miller Bop getting his curveball over. Had a little trouble with it in the first inning, but now he's getting the feel for the ball, which will sometimes happen to a younger pitcher, freshman. Got to get the feel of it. Ryland Brown on second base, and another curveball in on the hands. And Stevens nubs it foul. Miller Bop ahead in the count, 1-2. Bottom 2, Walsingham 1, GCA nothing. 1-2 pitch coming to Josh Stevens, with Ryland Brown taking a nice lead off second base. Miller Bop looks him back, delivers fastball. Ground ball, nice play by first baseman. Miller Bop gets over there. He's out. He's out. Miller Bop on a nice play, getting over to first base, and fielded there by first baseman Christian Carter. He was way out of position. Miller Bop doing a nice job getting to first base, and that's going to do it for Greenbrier Christian. We're through 2 here in Gatorland. Big semifinal game. GCA, bottom of the second. Walsingham coming up. And Walsingham 1, Gators nothing. Top 3 coming up.
Through the end of 2 innings.
Hi folks, John Fredericks here. By now you've heard the great news. Live horse racing will return to Virginia this August, but you don't have to wait to have fun. Rosie's Gaming Emporium at Colonial Downs in New Kent features 600 state-of-the-art historical horse racing games that look, spin, and play just like the games you know and love. What's more, you can watch and wager on horse racing across the country 7 days a week. Find out more about Rosie's Gaming Emporium at Colonial Downs in New Kent at rosiesgaming.com.
Rosie's Gaming at Colonial Downs, open for fun. Click rosiesgaming.com.
The Barber Pole Barbershop is proud to support the Greenbrier Christian Academy baseball team. The Barber Pole is a traditional barbershop located on the corner of Kempsville and Volvo Parkway. Their services include full-face shaves, beard trims, and all haircuts are finished with a straight-edge shave around the ears and the back of the neck. The Barber Pole has been serving the Greenbrier area for over 22 years. So stop in for your next haircut and make the Barber Pole Barbershop your haircut home. Go Gators! All right, we're back here in Gatorland. You were on the John Fredericks Radio Network. Thanks for being with us. And Zach Stanko leading it off. McGrady getting ahead quickly, 0-2. Third pitch curveball gets him. And Zanko with a strikeout on a great James McGrady curveball. That's going to be 1 out.
Now stepping into the plate for the Trojans, the catcher number 11, Lincoln Lobson.
And that's going to bring up the sophomore that we already determined was a sophomore, Lincoln Lupson. and he singled his first time up. McGrady, 3 pitches, gets the strikeout, gets the first man out again, seems to have recovered from the very shaky first inning. McGrady delivers, fastball high, ball 1. We're in the top of the third at Lavelle Field in Gatorland here in Chesapeake. GCA trailing Walsingham 1-0. McGrady's next pitch, curveball, gets the inside corner for strike 1. Best curveball he's thrown tonight. That's going to even the count at 1 to sophomore catcher Lubson. Curveball again. Did he go? He went. 1-2. 1-2. 6 curveballs in a row now by McGrady. Second time through the lineup. Yet to throw a fastball. Right-hander, sophomore. Lupson down in the count, 1-2. McGrady fastball. And that's skied to first base. Ott looking. Ott got it. Right against the fence. Nice play on the pop out. Ethan Ott right against the fence. Down the first base line, reaches over and gets the out. 2 out, McGrady.
Now stepping up to the plate, the third baseman, number 13, Cody Chrisman.
It's going to bring up Cody Chrisman. Chrisman, the third baseman, made 2 nice plays tonight. Got on first time on a fielder's choice where the runner was safe at third. McGrady's first pitch, low and outside, ball 1. Blocked again by Younce. So as we said earlier, McGrady getting in a world of hurt in that first inning. He had 1 run in, bases loaded, 2-0 on the batter, 1 out. Miller Bob hit into a double play, and there's been a different pitcher since then. Sometimes that's all you need is that one pitch. You want to be a big-time pitcher in big-time games, you got to make big-time pitches. McGrady, curveball, strike call again. Now he's got that breaking pitch of his rocking. He's got the feel for it. 2-1. Fastball, strike 2 call. Best inning so far for J-Mac. He's got it coming together. 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. To Christian, curveball, strike 3 call. And that's going to do it for the Gators. We're through 3.5. Walsingham 1, Greenbrier Christian nothing. Dominion Energy's core values are safety, ethics, excellence, teamwork, and embracing change. Dominion Energy is not simply reacting to customer expectations, they're creating new ones by embracing change. As one of the country's largest energy providers and with 2.5 million Virginia customers, they are committed to providing you the best service today and well into the future. To learn more, visit DominionEnergy.com. That's DominionEnergy.com.
America's Godzilla of truth.
You were the only radio host in the country, John, who said Donald Trump should get in this race, and when he does, I'm going to support him the second he does. You were the only guy saying that, if you remember. Because I remember. Everybody else tells us now, you and I, they were there on day one. They had these major roles in the campaign, right? It's amazing.
The John Fredericks Show, weekday morning 6 to 10 on WNTW, AM 820 and 97.7 FM.
People literally just make things up. It's amazing.
All right, we're back. Great to have you with us on the John Fredericks Radio Network. Semifinal TCIS high school baseball. Chesapeake, Virginia, Greenbrier Christian coming up to bat. Bottom 3, they trail Walsingham Trojans. They're from Williamsburg. They trail them 1-0. Winner moves on to the championship on Friday at William and Mary. Loser, well, they go home. They'll get ready for the States next week. Miller Bop's first pitch to Josh Harrell, switch hitter, Chris Harrell. Sorry about that. Chris Harrell, switch hitter, hot as a pepper Harrell, hottest hitter in the TCIS the last 2 weeks. Next pitch, Harrell, line, center field, way back. Nate Willingham, way back, gets under it and gets it. That ball lined right on the nose. Harrell hitting everything in sight on the line, but it just couldn't get there. And that ball wheeled in by Nate Willissam for 1 out. Line drive center field out, and that's going to bring up 1 out. Nick Britt.
Shortstop number 5, Nick Britt.
Nick Britt single to right field his first time up on kind of a sinking liner. Donnie Evans, I think, right? Donnie Evans, the right fielder, freshman, laid out for it, couldn't get it, dropped in front of him, but broke or dislocated his wrist, and he's out of the game. Next pitch, Nick Britt grounds it to third, booted by third baseman Chrisman. It's going to go pop around the infield, and Nick Britt on base again. He hit that hard, E5.
Now stepping up to the plate for the Gators, the center fielder, number 23, Austin Yao.
That's going to bring up Augie Younts. Now, I tell you what, coach for Wilsingham, Ian Heisel, told me that defense was one of their strengths. They've made 2 errors so far tonight. Their D1 shortstop booted a ball, went to center field, and now Cody Chrisman, who has looked very crisp at third base, curveball by Miller bops inside. He falls behind 1-0. Speeding Nick Britt out first base. He's already got a stolen base tonight. But Chrisman has looked very sharp at third base. And that ball, kind of a tough hop on him, but couldn't come up with it. And that's going to go E5. Put Nick Britt at first base. Nick Britt, always a threat to steal, had a stolen base in his last time. Bottom 3, Wilsingham 1, GCA nothing. Miller Bop falls behind 1-0 to Younts. Younts lines it in left field, and chasing it is Will Wykes. He can't get there. That's going to be a base hit. Nick Britt running on the pitch. He's going to get to third, and that's going to be a stand-up double down the left field line for Augie Younts. Stand-up double, and that's going to put Gators on second and third. Second and third, 1 out. Their best chance to score with the heart and soul of their order coming up. VMI commit senior JT Inskeep, 425 in the season.
Number 21, JT Inskeep.
Inskeep, 425 hitter. He's going to VMI. He's a D1 commit, second and third, 1 out. Miller Bop, curveball, lined, foul, left side, just foul. 1.5 feet inside the line. Pat Nichols, coach, GCA, scampering out of the way, still showing some agility there. Skipping and hopping and getting out of the way of that tough 0-1 count. Miller Bop looks in, delivers fastball low. 1-1. So here's the stage, bottom 3, semifinal game. Winner moves on to William and the Mary. Loser, they go home. Wait for the States next week. Both these teams will get in the States. Miller Bop, the freshman pitcher, 1-1 to JT Inskeep. Gators second and third, 1 out. Fastball, popped foul. Inskeep knows he missed it. That pitch right in the zone. Miller Bop has not thrown a lot of pitches in the zone this game. He did one to Harrell. He was very lucky that Harrell hit it right on the nose, but right to center fielder Nate Willisam. 1-2 pitch to JT Inskeep, 425 hitter. The freshman, Miller Bop, in trouble, looks in. Fastball, and it's going to be fouled off right side, and we're going to do it again. So here's why high school baseball is so great, and thanks for being with us tonight. Freshman Miller Bop, Jacob Miller Bop, against senior VMI D1 commit Inskeep. Next pitch, curveball. Inskeep, right field, going back. Zach Stanko going back. It's over his head. It's over his head. That's going to score at least 2 runs, and it's going to be a stand-up double. JT Inskeep with a long fly ball to right field. Zach Stanko going back. Couldn't quite get there. And it goes over his head. Stand-up double. JT Inskeep, 2 RBIs. And just like that, GCA 2, Wilsingham 1 on the 2-run RBI double by their third hitter, 425 hitter JT Inskeep. Double, 2 RBIs, 2-1 GCA.
Now stepping up to the plate for the Gators, the first baseman, number 24, Ethan Ott.
That's going to bring up Ethan Ott. He's hitting 485 on the season. Ott flied out to right field his first time up. GCA with the first lead of the night. Inskeep leads off second. First pitch to Ott. Curveball low, 1-0. That ball that just hit by Inskeep to right field that just carried. Zach Stanko looked like he might be able to get to it. He couldn't do it. It went over his head, stand-up double, 2 runs. Moonshot, Ott, ground ball, third base, booted again by Cody Chrisman. Nowhere to go. Second error of the inning for Chrisman. Right to him, he boots it. E5, and the Gators got something going again. They're going to make you pay.
Now stepping to the plate, the designated hitter, number 18, Rylan Brown.
Inskeep goes to third on the error by Cody Chrisman. Ian at first base. Ryland got on an error his first time up to the shortstop D1 commit, Tanner Schobel. Third error on the night for Walsingham. Not the kind of game that Coach Heisel was looking for tonight. 3 errors in 3 innings. You're not going to beat GCA by giving him 3 extra outs, I can tell you that. Curveball, and Ryland Brown fouls it off. He's down to the count 0-2. Downtown, Ryland Brown, 1 out. Ethan out at first. JT Inskeep at third. 2-1 Gators. Downtown looking for something to drive to the outfield for at least the sac fly. There goes Ott, throw to second. They got him in a rundown. Ball dropped. Inskeep dancing around at third. Inskeep waiting. Now they're going to go home. Now they got Inskeep in a pickle. And they're going to get Inskeep out, but on that play, they get Inskeep out on the steal, but Ott gets all the way to third base. So no difference than if you threw Ott out at second base, but very well executed. That was picture-perfect baseball by Walsingham on that play. Ott trying to steal second base. They cut the throw off, and they had Ott in a pickle, and then when Inskeep tried to score from third, they got him in a pickle, got him out, but not Ott goes to third. So there's now 2 outs. Ott on third. Curveball fouled back by Ryland Brown. So meantime, downtown Ryland Brown is standing around saying, just let me hit, please. I could have got these runners in. That's why I'm here. I'm the DH. 1-2 pitch. Ryland Brown coming up. Ott on third. 2 outs. Miller Bopp delivers. Fastball swung and a missed, strike 3. That's going to do it. And pitcher Miller Bopp, the freshman, Houdini's his way out of it. 2-1 Gators. We're going to top 4.
There is one man that a billion people call the perfect man. PerfectManTruth.com shares the truth about this man with these facts.
The perfect man married a 6-year-old girl.
The perfect man was a slave owner and a slave dealer.
The perfect man raped women and gave others cover to rape also.
The perfect man beheaded 600 Jews at one time.
The perfect man had 11 wives, 9 at one time.
The perfect man tortured and killed unbelievers and taught others to do the same. Visit PerfectManTruth.com to understand this dangerous political ideology and help us put up trailer signs in your city to educate others about this perfect man. If more people know the truth,
Perhaps fewer people will want to be like the perfect man.
PerfectManTruth.com is solely responsible for the contents of this ad.
You're back on the John Fredericks Radio Network, live Gator Field. We're going top 4. GCA with a 2-run uprising, 2-run double by JT Inskeep, D1 commits VMI.
The top of the 4th inning for the Trojans, the first baseman, number 35, Christian Carter.
That's going to bring up their first baseman, Christian Carter, against J-Mac. This is going to be his 4th inning out there. Sophomore, normally plays second base, has become the number 2 starter on this team for GCA. J-Mac's first pitch, curveball, is going to get the strike call, gets ahead. Christian Carter walked his last time up and got an RBI. The bases were loaded. 2-1 GCA, top four. McGrady delivers curveball outside 2-1. J-Mac totally settled down since that disruptive first inning. Now all of his pitches working. J-Mac, fastball, line drive, second base, right there. Great Corbett, one out. Hit it on the nose, but you got to hit it where they ain't, and he hit it where they are. Corbett reeling it in, one out.
Now stepping to the plate, pitcher number 4, Jacob Miller-Bob.
That's going to bring up Jacob Miller-Bob. He's a 300 hitter. He's the pitcher. And grounded to third, scoop by Inskeep. Long throw across the diamond. 2 outs. Nice inning so far by McGrady. 3 pitches, 2 outs. And Miller-Bob not solving McGrady tonight. That's the second ball. He topped it on the ground. And that's going to go 5-3 and bring up Nate Willison.
Number 12, Nate
Willison, the center fielder. First pitch, curveball outside. Wilson, the center fielder, skied to center. Augie Ounce's first time up. He's 0 for 1. McGrady gaining confidence as the inning goes. Curveball right, breaks right over. Nate Willison taking a step. Right-handed batter takes a step out, curves right in, strike one. Fastball hits the dirt. 2-1. Willison looking in, flat out the last time up. And McGrady misses with a fastball. That's going to stretch the count to 3-1 for J-Mac to Willison. McGrady working quickly, curveball, high ball for it. Well, think about there's 2 pitches on this Gators team. They work really fast. McGrady and Fredericks. I mean, you really can't breathe, and they're throwing the ball back.
Now stepping to the plate for the Trojans, a designated hitter, number 3, Trey Chrisman.
That's going to bring up Trey Chrisman, DH. He struck out his first time up. The Wilson on first, 2 outs. And I don't know what happened to that pitch. Fouled off, 0-1. J-Mac gets ahead. Curveball high and stolen base attempt. Ball gets away. Nice throw there by the catcher, Gavin Younts. Looked like it might have been in time, very, very close, but the ball got away nonetheless. That's going to go down as a stolen base for Nate Willison, their center fielder. He's now on second base. Tying run on second, 0-1 pitch to Chrisman, their DH. Looking for an RBI single to try to tie the game. He calls time. 1-1 to Chrisman. Count adjusted. Thank you, scorekeeper. McGrady delivers high, 2-1. So, Chrisman, their DH. They got speed at second base with Nate Willison. He's their center fielder. He's got some wheels. 2-1 pitch by McGrady. Ground ball up the middle. Nick Britt knocks it down. Saves the run. Nice play in shortstop by Nick Britt. Knocks the ball down. Had eyes to get to center field. If it does, I'm not sure that, even with 2 outs, I'm not sure that they would have sent Willison on that play. Augie Ounce charging, but they might have. Anyway, either way, it goes as a single. Nick Britt stops it, stops the run.
Number 15, Will Wiles.
So base hit there for Chrisman, which is going to move Wilson to third base. First and third, 2 outs. And that brings up Will Wiles, who doubled down the left field line his first time up. First pitch by McGrady fouled off right side. So Wiles coming in to play left field after the freshman Donnie Evans dislocated his or broke his wrist, and he was hitting 203 on the season, and he doubled down the left field line last time up. 0-1 curveball, and waved that and missed by Wiles. He hit his double on a fastball, waved on that curveball. He's in the hole, 0-2. taking second on that play on indifference was Chrisman. Second and third now, 2 outs. Curveball just got a piece. Another curveball by McGrady. And Will Wiles did not look good on either of these two curveballs. McGrady ahead in the count 0-2. He hit a double on his fastball last time up. I don't think he's going to see a fastball again. McGrady sets, second and third, 2 out. Curveball swung and a miss, strike 3. As I predicted, curveball mania. Wiles goes down swinging. That's going to do it. We're through 4.5. GCA 2, Walsingham 1. Stay here.
Good junk, bad junk. Old electronics, computers, cables in a box laying around. What's to be done? Fortunately, Providence Computers in Chesapeake is your 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily drop-off location for recycling all such stuff. We even appraise and purchase the newer items for hard, cold cash. Providence Computers is located at 473 Kempsell Road in Chesapeake, behind Wawa and next to Walmart. If it's your home or business, we welcome the chance to partner with you to recycle sensibly. Call us today, 382-7768, and see us at providencecomputers.com.
One of Dominion Energy's most important core values is safety, both in the workplace and in the community. It's the company's highest priority. And as an industry leader in safety, Dominion's first and fundamental goal is to send every employee home safe every day. That is the only acceptable standard of performance for them and for their customers. To learn more, visit dominionenergy.com. That's dominionenergy.com. All right, we're going to the bottom of the fourth. GCA 2, Walsingham Trojans 1. Miller Bopp back in there. It's going to bring up Grand Slam Gavin Youts, their senior catcher. Miller Bopp, 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 strikeout. Looking very sharp tonight. He's only thrown 53 pitches. Miller Bopp, first pitch to Grand Slam Gavin Youts, inside. Ball 1. Youts skying out to right field his last time up. Miller Bopp working quickly, curveball, waved that, missed, 1-1. Miller Bopp, the freshman, he's got a nice curveball, spots his fastball. Changeup we haven't seen really that much tonight. Next pitch by Miller Bopp, curveball, pop foul, right side, 1-2 count. Ten-year coach Ian Heisel for Walsingham played pro ball for 5 years in the Pirates organization. Really high on this young fella. Fastball outside, ball 2. Not the biggest player on the team, not the bulkiest player on the team, but good baseball knowledge. Miller Bopp, curveball, strike 3 call. Nice pitch, Miller Bopp. Gavin Youts, backwards K, bringing up J-Mac.
For the Gators, pitcher number 3, James McGrady.
That's going to bring up McGrady. McGrady grounding out the third, his last time up, 300 hitter. First pitch by Miller Bopp. He's getting ahead now of hitters. Fouled off right side. 0-1. We're in the bottom of the fourth, semifinal game in the TCIS playoffs. Winner moves on to Williamsburg. Championship game Friday at William and Mary. Loser, they wait for next week for the States. Curveball, Miller Bopp doesn't get the call. Just missed outside. Catcher Lincoln Lubson wondering what was wrong with that pitch. Having a little conversation with Blue. Said, wow, I can't believe I didn't get that call, Mr. Blue. Miller Bopp delivers fastball, fouled back, 1-2. Haven't heard a lot of squawking tonight by either catcher, but on that play, Lubson really thought he should have got the call. Very close pitch. 1 out. McGrady, 1-2 pitch. Miller Bopp outside, bounds away. Count evens at 2. And nobody warming up in Walsingham's, in the Trojans, bullpen. Curveball, grounded to shortstop. Charge, scoop by Schobel over to first, and called the out. Christian Carter, nice play with the stretch. And call that 6-3 ground out on McGrady. In the Gators bullpen, left-hander, fireballer freshman, Gavin Whitehurst warming up.
Now 7 to the plate for the Gators, the left fielder number 7, Josh Stevens.
That's going to bring up Stevens. Stevens hit a ground ball to first base, 3-1 last time, 0-for-1 on the night. Miller Bopp, I don't know where that pitch was going. Airmailed it, 1-0. I think he was aiming for Mr. Announcer here. Miller Bopp. Next pitch. Hey, by the way, got a score update here. Stewart advances to the TCIS final Friday night in Williamsburg at William & Mary, shutting out Cape Henry 2-zip. Swung on, fouled back by Stevens. The senior going to CNU, along with Connor Clark, who we just sent on. So they're going to be teammates. And, of course, our announcer, Mr. Clark. And then there's Mrs. Clark. She runs the music. And then, of course, the one and only of all time, Bonnie Lee, that runs the scoreboard. Lee's run the school, basically. That's what I've heard. That's the rumor. Lee's run the school. All right, you're on the John Fredericks Radio Network, and looking at the catcher there. I'm sorry. Looking at the catcher, Lincoln Lubson. It's true that Lee's run the school. Come on. Lincoln Lubson seems to be fine. 2-1 pitch to Josh Stevens. Swung on, popped up, and going back, giving it a look, Lubson. Nothing there. The sophomore gives up on it, pops over the screen, and that's going to even the count at 2. So if the Gators win this game, they're going to play Stewart. And Stewart, not much of a home run team. They're a punch-and-shooty team. Small ball. Miller Bopp lined. Foul right side. Now, our press box here, not designed to get the best look at balls hit down the right field line. I have to kind of move a little bit, knock people over in order to get a good look down right field. Gavin Whitehurst now warming up for GCA. 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. Miller Bopp looking sharp. He delivers. Curveball, line foul again. Same place by Stevens. He's shaking his head. Hit it off the hands. Stevens knows he's got him measured. Now, Stevens has got a little pop in his bat. He's hitting .320 on the season. Stevens looking for a fastball. Gets it inside ball 3. Nice at bat here again by Josh Stevens. I tell you one thing about Stevens. He's not the flashiest player. He's not going to hit the home runs. You know, he's got some pop in his bat. He's got some power. But he's going to give you a quab that's quality at bat. He's going to give you a quab almost every single time. Has a good approach, patient. 3-2 pitch, Stevens. Swung on a miss. Curveball, strike 3. So, after I said all that, I jinxed him. Stevens strikes out. We're through 4. Oh, my God. You'd think I would have learned after this, right? We're through 4 here in Gatorland. 2-1 GCA. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. John Fredericks here. By now, you've heard the great news. Live horse racing will return to Virginia this August, but you don't have to wait to have fun. Rosie's Gaming Emporium at Colonial Downs in New Kent features 600 state-of-the-art historical horse racing games that look, spin, and play just like the games you know and love. What's more, you can watch and wager on horse racing across the country 7 days a week. Find out more about Rosie's Gaming Emporium at Colonial Downs in New Kent at rosiesgaming.com.
Rosie's Gaming at Colonial Downs, open for fun. Click rosiesgaming.com.
The Barber Pole Barbershop is proud to support the Greenbrier Christian Academy baseball team. The Barber Pole is a traditional barbershop located on the corner of Kempsville and Volvo Parkway. Their services include full-face shaves, beard trims, and all haircuts are finished with a straight-edge shave around the ears and the back of the neck. The Barber Pole has been serving the Greenbrier area for over 22 years. So stop in for your next haircut and make the Barber Pole Barbershop your haircut home. Go Gators! All right, we're back in Gatorland at Lavelle Field, Chesapeake. TCIS semifinals. Winner of this game moves on to play the championship Friday night at William & Mary Baseball Stadium against Stewart. Big winners tonight over Cape Henry, 2-0. We are going to the bottom of we're going to the top of the sixth. I'm sorry, top five. 2-1 Gators. McGrady's still in there, first pitch ball. Want to note to Tanner Schobel, their leadoff hitter. D1 commit V-Tech made an error tonight. Curveball. McGrady low, falls behind 2-0. 62 pitches for McGrady. He's looked good tonight. He's getting his curveball over. Left-hander Frosch, Gavin Whitehurst warming up in the bullpen. McGrady, 2-0 pitch, outside ball 3. 2-1 game, top five. McGrady falling behind junior D1 commit Tanner Schobel 3-0, but he gets a call strike there. It's 3-1. McGrady trying to battle back, doesn't want to give in here. 3-1 pitch, inside ball 4. Didn't miss by much, but it doesn't really matter, right? Because we're not playing horseshoes. Got a baseball game going. Walk for Schobel, and that's going to bring up Zach Stanko. 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
25, Zach Stanko.
Stanko senior, D1 commit Longwood. And grand slam Gavin Younts, the catcher senior, goes out to talk to a sophomore pitcher, right-hander James McGrady. Up to 65 pitches now. He's thrown 36 of them for strikes, so throwing a lot of strikes tonight. Had that shaky first inning. Other than that, he's been absolutely stellar. Pat Nichols couldn't ask for anything else. He's got at least 4 innings out of his sophomore right-hander. He's got action in the bullpen. Whitehurst. He's got Whitehurst is available. Anthony Morgan, his closer's available. Fredericks is available. Left-handed starter. So he's got 2 left-handers available as well as his closer, Anthony Morgan. Oh, and here comes pitching coach Gary Lee out to talk to his sophomore pitcher. Gary Lee has perfected that long reverse moonwalk as he gives Gavin Whitehurst more time to warm up. Lee's been here as a pitching coach for 8 years, played 8 years of professional baseball, coming out of Aiken, South Carolina. And he's having a nice chat with his pitcher, buying some time, calming him down. That's what he does, talking about getting his first pitch over, talking about his curveball, now slaps him on the back. Umpire goes out to break up the party, and Gary Lee strolls back. Schobel on first, nobody out. Zach Stanko, the batter. McGrady looks in. Stanko, big right-handed hitter, D1 commit Longwood. First pitch, fastball low, ball 1. Stanko, big fella. Big, broad shoulders, imposing hitter, hitting over 400 this season. Curveball, nice curveball. Gets the call strike. McGrady, nice, one of the nicest pitches he's thrown tonight. Evens the count at 1. Schobel leads off first. Another curveball, line drive, center field. Younts coming in. Now it goes over his head. Over Younts' head. It's going to roll to the wall. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Schobel around third. He's going to score. That's going to tie the game. Into third base, safe, is Zach Stanko with a triple, a dead center line drive to Augie Younts. And Augie Younts in center takes 2 steps in, and it gets over his head, rolls to the wall, stand up, triple. A triple by Zach Stanko. RBI, we're tied at 2. Okay, that ball was absolutely smoked. I mean, you cannot hit a ball any harder than that without hitting it out. Now, the toughest play for center fielder is a line drive hit right at you. Now, I'm not excusing Augie. I'm not sure that Augie Adams would have had the ball even if he went back. Maybe it's only a double. That's probably minimum. That ball was going over his head. But a ball hit right line drive at center field, if the other two outfielders don't direct you, that is the toughest ball to catch. As a former outfielder myself, it's just hard to catch. Went over his head, triple, and that's going to do it. 2-2 game, runner on third, no outs. That's going to do it for J-Mac. He pitched a gutsy game tonight. Got out of the first inning with that big double play, got 4 innings out of him. The line on McGrady, he's responsible for Zach Stanko at third with a triple. He's responsible for that. 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, which is really what did him in here, and 4 strikeouts. And in for GCA left-handed freshman Gavin Younts. He's been a reliever all season, started 1 game in Myrtle Beach. He didn't do very well, but he's been the guy out of the bullpen all season for Coach Nichols. All season, him and Anthony Morton. Anthony Morton, the senior, starting the season as a starter, and just did not look good as a starter. His walks and got discombobulated several times and just was ineffective. Let me just put it that way, ineffective as a starter. So what happened is senior Nichols moves him to the bullpen, and he's now their closer, and his last 4 or 5 outings have been lights out. And he's looking very confident. Now, Whitehurst, left-hander, throws about 80, got a nice curveball, got a changeup. He's a freshman, but he's tough as nails. And he's done it out of the pen all season with men on for Pat Nichols. Whitehurst, number 26 in the pitch.
Now second to the plate for the Trojans, a catcher, number 11, Lincoln Lubson.
That's going to bring up Lincoln Lubson. Whitehurst, a 4.87 ERA. So they have scored off him. He's given up a couple homers. And Lubson, 1 for 2, single and popped out the first. First pitch, Whitehurst, low ball 1. Starts him off with a curveball. Misses, 1-0. Whitehurst looking in, big fella, freshman, left-hander. Foul ball, right side. Lubson, their catcher, he's a sophomore, as we established. So we got the left-hander, Whitehurst, facing the right-hander, Lubson, with Zach Stanko, who tripled on third, no outs. 2-2 game. Whitehurst, next pitch, fastball, line foul. Gets ahead in the count quickly, 1-2. Whitehurst needs a strikeout, needs a pop-up. In at the corners. In fact, the infield is in. Nichols has everybody in, edge of the grass. 1-2 pitch. Whitehurst. Curveball. Just missed. Just missed inside. Gavin Younts, the catcher, wanting the call. That's going to even it at 2. Stanko at third. He represents a go-ahead run. Whitehurst, 2-2 pitch, fastball, strike 3 call! Whitehurst got the strikeout he wanted on a fastball right over the knees. 1 out.
Now second to the plate for the Trojans, the third baseman, number 13, Cody Chrisman.
Huge strikeout for Whitehurst, but that's going to bring up Cody Christian. Christian, third baseman's got 2 errors on the night, got on a fielder's choice and struck out. First pitch, low and away, ball 1. Huge strikeout for Whitehurst. Now, listen, Gavin Whitehurst has done this all season. Comes in, guys on, fires going, dumpster fires, bombs going off, buildings exploding, comes in, gets out of the inning, guy stranded all over the place. Next pitch, Whitehurst. Fastball low. Curveball low. Falls behind 2-0. Got first base open. Being careful to Christian, but This is what Whitehurst has done for the Gators all season long. Gets them out of dumpster fires. Next pitch, curveball, gets the call. Nice curveball, comes in the right-hand hitter. Cody Christian, 2-1 count. Froze Christian on that play. Next pitch, Whitehurst, fastball outside, ball 3. A walk here, no big deal. Sets up a double play. Not much speed in the bases. 3-1 pitch. Curveball, high, ball 4. No big deal. No harm done.
Time to play for the Trojans. The first baseman, number 35, Christian Carter.
All right, so on the walk, that puts Christian at first base. First and third, 1 out. Now Nichols moves the infield. The middle infield is back at double play depth. Ott is holding on Christian and Cody Christian and Christian Carter, the hitter. Carter looks like he is 0 for 1, lined out to second baseman, hit the ball hard to second baseman Garrett. And walked, got an RBI. I'm sorry, Corbett in at second base. McGrady? Okay. In at second base is James McGrady, his normal position. So J-Mac in at second base. Corbett goes out. Whitehurst, first pitch, curveball, call strike. Nice pitch. Infield, double play depth, they're back. Inskeep now 2 feet back from the grass, but he charges in. Bunt, fouled, 0-2. That puts Christian Carter in the hole. That was a suicide squeeze play. On third base, Zach Stanko coming right down the line on that play. If he misses it, he's out at the plate. Christian's at first. Stanko at second. Gavin Whitehurst has done this all season long. He's got an 0-2 count on Christian Carter, looking for the strikeout. Whitehurst, eye the Tiger. Fastball, lined, right field, over. Harrell. Harrell gets it, and deep enough to get the run in. Sack fly by Christian Carter. Great at bat by Christian Carter. Got the sack fly to right field. Harrell ball is too deep to even have a play, and it was cut off. 3-2, Trojans.
Now setting up the plate for the Trojans, the pitcher number 4, Jacob Miller-Bach.
That's going to bring up Jacob Miller-Bach 0 for 2 on the night. The pitcher grounded into a 6-4-3 killing ending double play with the base loaded and 1 out, and grounded to third. He's 0 for 2. Curveball, Whitehurst in there, strike 1 call. Miller-Bach not looked good at the plate at all tonight, but he's been stellar on the mound, and he's got a lead now. Whitehurst, high, curveball, ball 1, count evens at 1. Cody Christian holds it first. Not much speed there. 2 outs. 3-2, Wilsingham. And right field, Harrell coming in, trying to get it. It's going to. He's got it. Nice play by Chris Harrell diving. The ball was a wounded duck to right field. Harrell charging it, laying out, makes the play. 3 outs, but 2 runs in the inning on the big triple by Zach Stanko. We go to the bottom of the 5th here in Gatorland. Pressure's on for the Gators. They got 3 innings. They need a run at least to tie. Walsingham Trojans 3, GCA 2. We'll be right back.
Good junk, bad junk. Old electronics, computers, cables in a box laying around. What's to be done? Fortunately, Providence Computers in Chesapeake is your 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily drop-off location for recycling all such stuff. We even appraise and purchase the newer items for hard, cold cash. Providence Computers is located at 473 Kempston Road in Chesapeake, behind Wawa and next to Walmart. If it's your home or business, we welcome the chance to partner with you to recycle sensibly. Call us today, 382-7768, and see us at providencecomputers.com.
America's Godzilla of truth.
You were the only radio host in the country, John, who said Donald Trump should get in this race, and when he does, I'm going to support him the second he does. You were the only guy saying that, if you remember, because I remember it.
The John Fredericks Show.
Everybody else tells us now, you and I, they were there on day one. They had these major roles in the campaign, right? It's amazing. It's amazing.
Stay connected online and take them wherever you go. To get the free John Fredericks Show app, follow on Twitter at JF Radio Show.
People literally just make things up. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing.
All right, we're back. John Fredericks Radio Network, Gatorland, going to the bottom of the fifth. Walsingham Trojans 3, GCA 2. They need a run to tie. They lose. They're not going to William & Mary on Friday. They're out. Miller Bopp still in there. First pitch. Low and away. Ball one. Up for GCA. Right fielder just made a great play. Chris Harrell. Chris red hot as a pepper Harrell. Hottest hitter in TCIS. Hit the ball on the nose his first time up. Ground ball to second base. Bad hop taken there by Sam Valid. He'll go to first. Christian Carter, one out. Score that 4-3. Ball bounced to second. Valid up with it. Got a bad hop. Got it. Got it over to first baseman Carter. One out. That's going to bring up top of the order. 385 hitter Nick Britt. William & Mary commit. And Miller Bopp cruising along right now. The freshman delivers to Britt. Junior in the dirt, ball one. Nick Britt on the night, went for two. Singled and reached on an error by the third baseman, Cody Chrisman. One of his two errors tonight. Miller Bopp working quickly. Fastball, popped foul, 0-2. Behind the box. Miller Bopp getting ahead. He's thrown only 74 pitches were in the bottom of the fifth, so he's been quite efficient tonight. Miller Bopp, no walks. That'll do it. You don't walk anybody, you're going to win a lot of baseball games in high school. Miller Bopp, next pitch, curveball low. 2-1. You don't walk anybody, or you can go 5 innings with one walk. You don't have to have overpowering stuff. Don't have to have the 87 mile an hour, 6'3" guy fastball. It's all nonsense. If you can spot your fastball and you got a couple of 3 pitches to get over and you can get away with no walks and you got a decent defense, you're going to do fine. One hopper to shortstop Tanner Schobel. D1 commit to V-Tech. Gobbles it up. Over to first. 2 outs.
Now stepping to the plate for the Gators, the center fielder number 23, Austin Yount.
Can score that 6-3. Augie Yount's coming up. Augie Yount's fly to left field and doubled. 1 for 2 on the day. Miller Bopp now has got a lead. See what he does with it. 2 outs. Trying to get to the 6th. First pitch, fastball way outside, ball 1. But he's not given GCA a lot of balls to hit. He's been not in the zone. He nibbles on the corners. And he's poised. Ground ball, shortstop. Booted by Schobel. First base late. 4th error of the night by Walsingham. D1 commit, ground ball right to Schobel, and he boots it. E6.
Now to bat for the Gators, the third baseman, number 21, JT Inskeep.
I'm telling you, Coach Ian Heisel told me one of the strengths of this team was defense. Boy, they have not shown that tonight. You keep giving GCA 4 and 5 outs an inning, you're going to pay for it. Miller Bopp should be out of this inning. Ground ball, third base, fair ball, down the line. Augie Yount's rounding third. They're going to wave him. Throw into the plate, not even going to be close. Augie Yount scores, and they made him pay. Double. JT Inskeep right down the line. RBI, and we are tied at 3. Miller Bopp should be out of this inning. That was a routine ground ball to a D1 commit. Schobel's second error of the day. That put Augie outside first base. Next pitch, JT Inskeep makes him pay, hits a double down the left field line, and it's 1-1. Inskeep in the second. Stand-up double. Tough break for Walsingham. And Miller Bopp, who pitched his guts out, the freshman, pitched his guts out to the mound, goes Coach Ian Heisel. I mean, I said this earlier. You give this team, with this lineup, 4 outs an inning, they are going to punish you. Miller Bopp right now should be sitting in the dugout having a Gatorade. Instead, game's tied. And the Gators are still up. Heisel going to stick with his freshman. Why not? He's pitched great. Go out to talk to him, calm him down. That's a tough one as a pitcher. You should be out of the inning, but you got to put that out of your mind. Put it out of your skull. Forget it. That's gone. New batter, new pitch. Inskeep, second base. He represents a go-ahead run. Another unearned run for the Gators. Defense here for Walsingham. Ugly game. Miller Bopp sets. Looks Inskeep back. Ott. Looks at the curveball, outside ball 1. Moonshot, Ott, this is where he's tough. Inskeep on second, there's 2 outs. Ott looking for a fastball that he can drive, and if he does, we're going to have a 5-3 game. Miller Bopp sets. Inskeep going nowhere. Fastball. Call strike, nice pitch. Got it over the knees, he spots it. That was a tough pitch to hit right over the knees. Gets the call, 1-1. Ott's 0 for 2 on the day. Flight out to right, got on an error. Curveball. Strike 2 call, nice pitch. Got the black. Ott wanted nothing to do with that curveball. Ott down in the count, 1-2. We're tied at 3, bottom 5, Gatorland. Miller Ott pitched his heart out. Trying to get out of this inning and get to that Gatorade. Sets. Curveball. Just missed the corner. Oh, my goodness. He was walking off the mound. Miller Bopp just having he had been halfway to the dugout. Couldn't believe he didn't get that call. He's got it all night, and I got to say, I agree with him. Curveball framed nicely by Lumpson, the catcher, but just off the black. That's going to even the count at 2. Miller Bopp, what's he got in his bag of tricks? Curveball, swung on, fouled back. Count stays at 2. Well, I'll bet you Coke. Moonshot Ott's not going to see a fastball in this at-bat now. He already saw 2 of them. Took one for a strike, fouled one off. He's not going to get another one, I don't believe. Miller Bopp looks in. Inskeep leading at second. Game's tied at 3. Miller Bopp sets. Pitch. Fastball popped foul. I was wrong. Lost the Derby. Lost the Coke. Not a bad run. And no, I didn't bet maximum security. I bet the horse to finish third, Tacitus. But I'm going to get my money back in the Preakness. Miller Bopp delivers. Curveball. Strike 3 call. Great pitch by Miller Bopp. What a gutsy performance by this freshman. We'll be right back. We're into 5. Game's tied at 3. Nail biter.
There is one man that a billion people call the perfect man. PerfectManTruth.com shares the truth about this man with these facts.
The perfect man married a 6-year-old girl.
The perfect man was a slave owner and a slave dealer.
The perfect man raped women and gave others cover to rape also.
The perfect man beheaded 600 Jews at one time.
The perfect man had 11 wives, 9 at one time.
The perfect man tortured and killed unbelievers and taught others to do the same. Visit PerfectManTruth.com to understand this dangerous political ideology and help us put up trailer signs in your city to educate others about this perfect man.
If more people know the truth,
perhaps fewer people will want to be like the perfect man.
PerfectManTruth.com is solely responsible for the contents of this ad.
Yeah, we're back. Gatorland. What a game we got going. Gavin Whitehurst back out there, left-hander. Gave up 1 run. Now it's his game, win or lose. We're tied at 3, going to the top of the 6th. You couldn't ask for a better game than this. Had a great game last night. Winner of this game goes on to William and Mary in Williamsburg on Friday night. They play for the championship. Loser waits for the States next week. Winner will play Steward. That's going to bring up Nate Willison, leading it off here for Walsingham Trojans. Nate's 0 for 1 on the night. He skied to center fielder Augie Outs and then got on a walk and stole a base. Got some speed. He's their center fielder, senior Nate Willison. And Gavin gets ahead 0-2, swung on a miss. Another nice curveball by Gavin Whitehurst, 0-2. We're in the 6th. Top 6, 3-3 game. Whitehurst, 0-2, curveball, strikes him out. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped, held on by senior catcher Gavin Youts, 1 out. That's going to bring up Trey Crispin. Got a big hit last time up, DH. Also struck out 0 for 1 on the night. He's a senior. First pitch by Gavin Youts, ball 1 inside. Will Wiles on deck. He came in for Donnie Evans, who broke his wrist first inning or dislocated it. Line drive, right field. Harold over, can't get it. It's going to drop in for a base hit. So the Trojans get something going off of Whitehurst. Off the end of the bat, base hit. Second hit of the night for Crispin, and that's going to bring up Will Wiles, 1 for 2 on the night.
Now to the plate, the right fielder, number 15, Will Wiles.
Will Wiles came in hitting 205, but hit a double and struck out on 3 curveballs. Whitehurst, curveball, strike 1. You're going to see 5 curveballs here in a row by Whitehurst based on Wiles' last at bat, my judgment. Whitehurst looks in. Crispin on first. Curveball doesn't get the call. Look good. 1-1. Nice pitch there. Crispin at first base. And Crispin representing the go-ahead run. Will Wiles looks in. Ball 2. Big batter here for Gavin Whitehurst because the 2 big hitters, 2 best hitters that Walsingham has, Tanner Schobel, Zach Stanko, both D1 commits. They're lurking on deck. Whitehurst, next pitch, outside, ball 3. 3-1 count to Wiles. My guess, taken all the way. Whitehurst, fastball, bounds away, ball 4. This is the hitter you did not want to walk. Hitting 200, struck out on 3 consecutive curveballs by J. Mack his last time up. First curveball by Whitehurst. Missed that. Now he gets on a walk, and that's going to put runners at first and second and 1 out. Will's at first. He's got speed. Crispin at second. And that's going to be it for Whitehurst. Pat Nichols comes out with the pat walk. And he's seen enough of his left-hander, freshman, Gavin Whitehurst. And unlike Gary Lee, who strolls out to have a chat, Pat Nichols very unhappy with that walk of the 9th hitter, 200 batter. Took Whitehurst right out of the game. He's putting in his closer, Anthony Morgan, who has been absolutely lights out since he's gone to the bullpen. So Nichols went into this season, he didn't really have a closer. He had kind of outs by committee. He had guys that could get outs. Now he's got a legit closer in senior Anthony Morton. We're in a 3-3 game. Walsingham, runners on first and second, 1 out. And now they're going to have to face Anthony Morgan, who has just been, as I said, one of the best pitchers out of the bullpen that Pat Nichols has had. All right, Whitehurst responsible for the runners on first and second. He's pitched an inning and a third, 1 hit, 2 walks, no runs, 2 strikeouts. He got out of that last inning with minimum damage. He gave up the sac fly, but he got out with minimum damage. He gave up a run. He struck out a batter, big batter with nobody out, gave up the sac fly. But we got a hit. And I think what did him in was the walk to Wiles' ninth hitter. Now you got Schobel and Stanko coming up. One's going to Virginia Tech. One's going to Longwood. Both D1 commits. According to Coach Ian Heisel, two best hitters on the team. Schobel hitting .440 on the season. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Fly to right, fly to center, walked.
Now stepping to the plate, shortstop number 1, Tanner Schobel.
All right, Tanner Schobel. He's their big hitter. Anthony Morgan, their closer. Power versus power. Morgan's been just so tough the last 5 or 6 games coming out of the pen. He just looks different. Senior sets, curveball outside, ball 1. His demeanor is different than when he was starting. Confidence skyrocketed since he's been coming out of the pen for Nichols and the Gators. Morgan looks everybody back, sets, delivers, fastball, popped up. Back goes Gavin Younts, looking for room, over the screen. Just over the screen. Younts thought maybe he could get it and just go over the screen. That just goes as strike 1-1. Morgan's got a decent fastball. He can get it up there, 83, 84. 1-1 pitch. Schobel looking in. Morgan delivers. Curveball. Ground ball, third base. Minsky's got it. To McGrady for 1. Back to first. Double play. Gators are out of the inning. Anthony Morgan does it again. We're through 5.5, going to the bottom of the 6th. We're in a tie game, 3-3. Anthony Morgan does it again. We'll be right back.
Hi, folks. John Fredericks here. By now, you've heard the great news. Live horse racing will return to Virginia this August, but you don't have to wait to have fun. Rosie's Gaming Emporium at Colonial Downs in New Kent features 600 state-of-the-art historical horse racing games that look, spin, and play just like the games you know and love. What's more, you can watch and wager on horse racing across the country 7 days a week. Find out more about Rosie's Gaming Emporium at Colonial Downs in New Kent at rosiesgaming.com.
Rosie's Gaming at Colonial Downs, open for fun. Click rosiesgaming.com.
One of Dominion Energy's most important core values is ethics, integrity, individual responsibility, and accountability go hand in hand with bottom line results. Dominion Energy will not take shortcuts to deliver safe, affordable, and reliable electricity to its 2.5 million Virginia customers all day, every day. To learn more, visit dominionenergy.com. That's dominionenergy.com. All right, you're back here live on the John Fredericks Show. Great to have you with us. What a great game we've got going. Going to the bottom of 6th in Gatorland. We've got a 3-3 game. Wilsingham Trojans 3, GCA 3. Miller Bopp still on the mound, the young freshman right-hander for Wilsingham. He's put in a gutsy performance tonight. Up for the Gators. Downtown, Ryland Brown. Left field. Going back left fielder Wilkes to the wall. See you later. See you later. Downtown, Ryland Brown does it again. First pitch, left field, 360 mark. Count it. Line drive, home run, putting the Gators up 4-3. Downtown, Ryland Brown, his second home run. Had one last week at Stewart. He does it again. Gators 4. Wilsingham 3.
Now stepping to the plate, the catcher, number 8, Gavin Younts.
That was a shot. Will Wiles going back, but just ran to the fence and nothing there. Curveball high. Miller Bopp's pitches hard out tonight. And that's going to bring up McGrady. He's 0 for 2 on the day. 2 groundouts. Popped up. Center field. Willison looking's got it. Can of corn, 1 out. First pitch, second, I think that was what? First pitch, right? First pitch fastball. And that was a 1 pitch tonight where he just left it up right in the zone. And downtown, Ryland Brown punished him, banging it over the left field wall, 375 mark out there. That was a shot. 4-3 Gators. And that's going to bring up McGrady. I'm sorry, the last batter, was Gavin Younts. And he flied out to center. Sorry about that. And now McGrady's up 0 for 2. My apologies for that. And it's a 1-1 count. 4-3 GCA. Downtown does it again. Miller Bopp fouled back by McGrady. McGrady 0 for 2 on the night. Grounded to third and grounded to short. 300 hitter. Josh Stevens on deck, 1 out. Miller Bopp still in there. Delivering. Curveball, low. 2-2. Bottom 6, big home run. GCA's closers in. And Wilsingham's got 3 outs to get a run to send this to the bottom of the 7th or more. Pop foul. Miller Bopp stays even 2-2 to J-Mac. J-Mac started the game tonight, had a stellar outing. Miller Bopp delivers curveball in the dirt, and that's going to make it full 3-2. Nobody warming up for Wilsingham. Nobody in the bullpen. This is Coach Ian Heisel. He's going to stay with his freshman for at least the bottom of the 6th. Payoff pitch. Curveball, base hit, left field. J-Mac, line single. Gathered up by Will Wiles, and that's going to put J-Mac at first base, 1 out. And that's going to bring up Josh Stevens, 0 for 2 on the night. Stevens, left fielder, and looks like that might be it for Miller Bopp. Heisel coming out to the mound. He's going to take the baseball. What a great outing by this young fella. Gives him a pat on the head. Little right-hander, freshman, and just what an absolute gutsy performance. You got to love what Jacob Miller Bopp did tonight. 5 1/3 innings, scattered 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. He had 4 errors behind him. He survived 4 errors. I mean, you try to give GCA, 5 and 6 outs an inning. I mean, forget it. You're just not going to win the game. So we're going to get a new pitcher for Wilsingham. But again, I really want to compliment the freshman Jacob Miller Bopp. Just a tough young fella, small in stature, not overpowering, spotted his fastball, great curveball. But if somebody asks me, what do you think of Jacob Miller Bopp? Here's what I say. Guts. Kid's got guts and poise, and he's got another 3 years of pitching for Heisel. He's gonna be his ace. All right, who's into pitch, Mr. Clark? Catcher Lupson. Okay, we got some changes here, so let's get this straight. We got catcher Lupson is into pitch. Lincoln Lupson. So we have a new battery, kind of the battery in reverse. And catching Mr. Announcer is who? Zach Stanko is catching. So we have a new battery, Lupson to Stanko, and we have a new right fielder. We have to have one because Stanko was in right field. What?
Looks like Donnie Evans is back out there.
Donnie Evans is back out there? I thought he had a dislocated wrist. All right, well, we'll go with that. We don't know who's in right field. If the Evanses are listening to me, we think your son might be back in, but we don't know.
Now the mound for Walsingham, number 11, Lincoln Lupson.
Lincoln Lupson in as pitcher, sophomore. He was catching. Now he's pitching. Zach Stanko was in right field. Now he's catching. So new battery, Lupson to Stanko. And we're still trying to figure out who the right fielder is. Nobody can see it. Just when we needed the binoculars, we don't have them. Right? We think it's Donnie Evans. We thought he had a dislocated wrist. Maybe he's back. I have no idea, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. We have no idea who's in right field. But perhaps someone else does. If we find out, we'll let you know. So one of the foibles of doing high school baseball is sometimes you just don't know who's out there. You got so many players. So, but we're going to go with Donnie Evans because that's who we think it is. And that's going to bring up Josh Stevens. McGrady on first base. 1 out. 4-3 Gators, courtesy of Dr. Longball by downtown Ryland Brown. When in doubt, call the doctor. Doctor who? Dr. Longball. That's what the Gators need. They can do all the stealing and whatever they do, but at the end of the day, you need a run, call the doctor. And Coach Nichols is asking for some. I think we got a pinch runner at first base, right? Will Puckett, first base, running for Stevens? No. Running for McGrady, who was the pitcher. So we got Puckett, the pinch runner, at first for GCA, 1 out. We have no idea who's in right field. We think it's Donnie Evans. He had a major recovery, perhaps. Who is it? No one knows. Okay. First pitch out is going to be a call strike to Josh Stevens. When we figure out who the right fielder is, ladies and gentlemen, we'll let you know. Meantime, we're going to say right fielder, so bear with us. Josh Stevens over 2 on the day, grounded it to first base to the pitcher covering and struck out swinging. Lincoln Lubson ahead in the count, 0-1. Next pitch, curveball swung on a miss, strike 2. Ball's in the dirt. Umpire goes out to give him a baseball. Very nice. Very nice, Blue. Well, I like that. Get a little exercise. I'm always in favor of that. Bottom 6, 1 out. Puckett on first. 4-3 Gators. Stevens, left-handed batter against the righter reliever, Lincoln Lubson. Lubson looks in, delivers. Fastball popped up, but could drop in. Could be in no man's land, and it does. Over the head of the shortstop, Tanner Schobel. And if there was ever a WikiLeaks description of a Texas League single, that was it by Josh Stevens. You can hit the ball as hard as you want at somebody, or you can pop one in no man's land and get a single. Stevens on first, Puckett on second. Gators got another rally going.
Now setting up for the Gators, number 10, Chris Harrell.
That's going to bring up red hot as a pepper Harrell. Harrell 0 for 2 on the day, lined out to center, and bounced out to second. Harrell hitting .280 on the season, who was hitting a .170. He's been the hottest hitter in the past week the Gators have had. First pitch, strike 1. Next pitch, curveball, strike 2. Both called strike, both curveballs to Harrell. He's down in the count 0-2, 1 out. Puckett at second. Josh Stevens on it, first after the Texas Leaguer. And strike 3 call. Chris Harrell goes down swinging. And in right field is the second baseman, Sam Valitas. So now we have to figure out who's at second base. Who's on first? Abbott Costello. So Sam Valita in right field, not Donnie Evans. He was out with the broken or dislocated wrist. And the second baseman is, can you read that to me? Jacob Miller-Bob. Okay, Jacob Miller-Bob at second. We got all the changes down. Thank you, Mr. Announcer. You're the best. Okay, showing me something. I'm 61 years old. I can't be reading that little fine print there when it gets late, but thank you. Outside, 2-0. Okay, so the pitcher Miller-Bob is at second. The second baseman Sam Valita is at right field. And here's the good news. 2-0 count, 2 outs. Puckett second. Josh Stevens first. Popped foul, 2-1. Lupson trying to get out of this inning without any more damage after that line drive bomb by downtown Ryland Brown. Nick Britt looks in, line drive, fouled, right side. Count evens at 2. Gators 4, Trojans 3. Bottom 6, 2 outs, Puckett at second. Josh Stevens at first. Nick Britt, 2-2, count waits. Lupson delivers. Curveball high. And that's going to make a payoff pitch. 2 outs, and everybody's going. 3-2 pitch coming up to Nick Britt. Puckett on second. Stevens on first. They got wheels, and they're going to be going on the pitch. Hit here in the gap, scores 2 runs. Fastball, swung and a miss, strike 3. Nice pitch. Lupson. Nick Britt goes down swinging, everybody running. But that's going to do it. But the Gators, they get what they need. They get the moonshot home run by downtown Ryland Brown, where through 6 in Gatorland, GCA 4. Walsingham Trojans 3. We'll be right back. 3 outs to go. The Barber Pole Barbershop is proud to support the Greenbrier Christian Academy baseball team. The Barber Pole is a traditional barbershop located on the corner of Kempsville and Volvo Parkway. Their services include full-face shaves, beard trims, and all haircuts are finished with a straight-edge shave around the ears and the back of the neck. The Barber Pole has been serving the Greenbrier area for over 22 years. So stop in for your next haircut and make the Barber Pole Barbershop your haircut home. Go Gators!
Good junk, bad junk, old electronics, computers, cables in a box, laying around, what's to be done? Fortunately, Providence Computers in Chesapeake is your 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily drop-off location for recycling all such stuff. We even appraise and purchase the newer items for hard, cold cash. Providence Computers is located at 473 Kempsville Road in Chesapeake, behind Wawa and next to Walmart. If it's your home or business, we welcome the chance to partner with you to recycle sensibly. Call us today, 382-7768, and see us at providencecomputers.com.
Number 25, Zach Stanko.
All right. 3 outs to go. Gators with a precarious 1-run lead, 4-3, top 7. Morton, the closer, in for the Gators. First pitch, ground ball, second base. J. Mack is there, the first one out. J. Mack scoots it up over to Ott, and D1 catcher Zanko grounds out, 4-3. 2 outs to go.
Down to bat for the Trojans, number 11, Lincoln Lobson.
It's going to bring up Lincoln Lobson. Lobson is 1 for 3 on the day. He singled, he popped out the first base, and he struck out looking. Anthony Morton in control. Delivers. Nice pitch. Doesn't get the call. Looked like a fastball over the knees, but ball 1. Morton can smell it. Next pitch. Inside, ball 2. No, he gets the call on that one. Go figure. Was that a make-up call? Yes, that was a make-up call in my judgment. First pitch was a strike. Second one inside. Doesn't matter. It's 1-1. Next pitch. Inside corner, strike 2 call. Morton painting the corner with a paintbrush. And Lincoln Lupson can't believe it. He's got to step out of the box and go talk to his manager, his coach, Ian Heisel. He can't believe it. He's like, the count should be 3-0. Why am I down in this count 2-1? I'm sorry, 1-2. Heisel calming his third hitter down. He's only got 2 more outs. It was a good time out there by Coach Heisel, 10-year coach of the Trojans. Heisel played ball, Pirates organization, independent league, knows the game. 1-2 pitch, Morton. Heisel played independent league ball. He played 3 years in the Pirates organization, signed by the Pirates right out of college. University of California, Pennsylvania. 1-2 pitch, Morton, Lubbock. Strike 3! Swung on a miss, ball gets away. Throw to first. Got him. 2 outs. Gators down to their last out. Morton has been absolutely unhittable. Coming out of the bullpen.
Now back for the Trojans, number 13, Cody Christmas.
Second strikeout for Lubson in this game. 1 take, 1 swing, and Wilsingham down to their last out. They got 18 home runs on the season. Their cleanup hitter, Cody Christian at bat, he's hit into a fielder's choice, struck out and walked. He calls time. Trojans need something. They can play long ball too. They got 18 homers. Morton high, ball 1. Gets the strike. I can't believe it. That's the second time I've done that. 0-1. 1-1. I'm sorry, 1-1. Next pitch by Morton. Swung on a miss, strike 2. Trojans down to their last strike. Morton looking sharp. He wants to pitch. Christian steps out of the box. Now he's back in. 1-2 pitch. Morton, here it comes. Popped up. Popped back, sorry. Popped foul. Count stays at 1-2. One more strike and the Gators move on. They go to William and Mary to play Stewart in the championship. They're hot at the right time. Cody Christian looking in. Down 1-2. Here's Morton. Way outside, ball 2. Morton's got the look of a closer. Different pitcher since Coach Nichols put him in the bullpen. He's thrived. 2-2 pitch. Morton delivers. Fastball. Just missed. Just missed. They went for a call to first base, see if he went around, but that count was checked. Here's your payoff pitch now. 3-2. Cody Christian stepping in. Morton delivers. Ground ball, foul. Just down to third base line. Vacuumed up by Inskeep, but right left of the third base bag. And we're going to do it again. Goes all over again. We'll start again. Exciting game. 4-3 Gators. They need 1 strike. 3-2. Pitch, 2 outs. Cody Christian. Morton fouled off again. Good at bat by Christian. He's a big fella. He's got 7 homers. Looking for something he can drive. Team has 18 home runs on the season. The Trojans do. Christian looks in. Curveball, strike 3 call. Ball game. Gators. Strike 3 call on the 3-2 curveball. Anthony Morton lights out, does it again. Anthony Morton, Pat Nichols has found a closer that's come from nowhere, and he's been unhittable. So strike 3 call, and that is going to do it. Greenbrier Christian Gators final score at Gatorland here at Lavelle Field. GCA 4, GCA Gators 4, Wilsingham Trojans 3. Great game tonight, and you got to hand it to both teams. They played their guts out. Both pitchers pitched their heart out. Gators move on, though. They win this game 4-3 in dramatic fashion. A dramatic first pitch, line drive, left field, 375-foot bomb by downtown Ryland Brown, giving the Gators the 4-3 lead, and that was all that Anthony Morton needed. He's their closer, and he was absolutely unhittable tonight. That means the Gators are going to move on. Friday night will be on the air from William and Mary in their press box. Not sure what time the game is. I think it's posted, but I don't know. But they're going to be taking on Stewart. They already bombed Stewart last time. And Greenbrier Christian Gators on a run. Right now they're hot. They're on a run. Final score, GCA 4. GCA 4 and Wilsingham 3. Wilsingham losing a heartbreaker tonight on a home run by downtown Ryland Brown. The 4 errors they made did them in. You cannot give GCA 4 errors, 4 or 5 outs an inning. They're going to punish you. They did. That's how they got back in the game. But here's how they win. At the end of the day, they don't sit around and play small ball. Tie game, bottom 6, 3-3. They're trying to move on and get to Eamon Mary. And they make a call to the doctor, Dr. Longball, who answers. Downtown Ryland Brown answers the call. The doctor called with a bomb. Solo home run left field. And that does it. Then they turn the ball over to Anthony Morton and lights out. Morton has been just unbelievable coming out of the bullpen. So what a great game tonight. I want to thank my announcer, Mr. Clark, bails me out. And we finally did figure out, Mr. Clark, who the right fielder was. And sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We had no idea who it was. So it was conjecture, but then we figured it out. Second baseman went out there. But what a great game. Morton gets the save. And actually got the win, right? Morton got the win tonight. Morton gets the win for the Gators in relief. And J-Mac, he got 4. Nichols got 4 innings out of him. Got an inning from Gavin Whitehurst. And 2 innings from Anthony Morton, and that was it. Morton lights out again, gets the win. Final score here in Gatorland, GCA 4, Trojans 3. Great congratulations go to the Trojans. They'll be tough in the state playoffs. They're in Division 2. Don't count them out. They're tough. They're a scrappy team. They got to clean some things up, but GCA is on a roll right now. They got things going together. They get the hits when they need them. They got certainly the big hits tonight, and the Gators are going to go to William and Mary on Friday night. We'll be on the air in Williamsburg. Don't know exactly what time, but that's for the championship game. They're going to be playing Stewart School out of Henrico County. That's it. That's a wrap here on the John Fredericks Radio Network. Thanks for being with us. Your final score, Gators move on to the championship, and the TCIS GCA 4, Wilsingham 3. I'll see you tomorrow bright and early, 6 a.m. I'll be live in Richmond with a roundtable. Andrew Vehorn will be with me. Sean Kenny will be with me. Chris Saxman, live from Richmond tomorrow. John Fredericks Radio Network. Thanks for being with us. Final score again, GCA Gators 4, Wilsingham Trojans 3. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night.
You've been listening to a live broadcast of Greenbrier Christian Academy Gators Baseball on the Lighthouse, WPMH. AM 1010 and 100.1 FM. Thanks for listening. We now resume our regular programming.